Hi, Jeremy the Tall Trainer here. This is core side B. This is some of the other options, so you can do it a slightly different way. All right, so let me get my timer ready and we'll roll right into it. All right, this little box in the top corner here is going to be for other options for the exercises in this ab workout. So you got a couple other things you could do. So you can look here if you need something different to do here. All right, so these options mostly for people who can't kneel as much. So I'm going to show you a few different options for that. All right, let's do it. You get a chair, abs in tight, and begin. All right, so we're tipped over here. Now chest out and butt out, and now you're pulling in the abdominals from here. All right, so now we're not kneeling on it as much. You know, maybe a little bit easier on the wrists, to be in there, and you're pulling in though. All right, chest out and butt out, so the back is nice and straight. There's gonna be maybe potentially a little bit of hamstring stretch happening there, but the emphasis is on the pull in. Like you're trying to button some pants that are too small. Pull that in. Now you can let out every once in a while and then pull back in again. When you let out, your back shouldn't shift. If your back shifts when you let out, that means you are slouching when you got in position. We're trying not to change posture. We're trying to brace. Practice bracing without shifting. Bracing without shifting. Pulling in. 3. All right. Good. Now we've got some leg raises. I'm going to spin this around a little bit just so I got some room to do this. Is you can do a standing leg raise. All right. Now this is an option really if just getting on the floor is difficult for you. All right. Now I actually think this one could be harder because I got to stand the whole time while I'm at this. Abs pulled in, knee is pretty straight, toes turned in, coming up and down, and again it's a little more like I'm doing it behind me. All right. Now I'm going to do forward circles. All right, but I'm not collapsing all the way back in here. I'm doing forward circles way out here. All right, that's where most of the work is for these exercises. And behind, out there, and some more behind me than in front of me. Toes pulled back, toes turned in, knee is straight. Woo-wee. Feeling it. Good stuff. Circling back. So try to keep that leg straight as you go. Going out to the side and then squeeze back. Out to the side and squeeze back. It's not how many you do, it's how good a focus you have while you're doing them. How much it burns while you're doing them. So if you got a good burn going, excellent. Excellent. All right, and hold. Out to the side and back. Just hold it. 30 seconds, hold. Abs pulled in, squeezing out there, toes turned in. Oh. I tried to tip over this way too much. I am. All right, other side. I'll spin the chair around here so I can still face you. All right, and we're going out to the side, up and down. So this is where this is a little bit harder, I think, because you had to stand on that side while you were doing the other side. So it's going to be a little bit more tired, I think, standing version. Abs pulled in. All right, forward circles. Toes turned towards you, toes turned in. Most of that circle is happening behind you. Behind you. Circling forward. I like doing the forward circles first because the backward circles feel tougher. But then, I love that moment with the backward circles. Keep going forward though. Keep going forward. Not there yet. Abs pulled in. Core is through the whole body there. All right, circle back. Core is not just something that happens around your belly button. It's all of this. Circling backwards now. Out, and then circle back. Out to the side and circle back. Oh, the leg I'm standing on. Struggling. It's on the struggle bus. right, good. Up and hold, out to the side and back, out to the side and back, toes turned in, toes pulled back towards you, abs pulled in, shoulders away from the ears. Started to do that. Now you may not be sure which one's having a tougher time. I think my bottom one's having a tougher time. The top one's tough too, but they're both having a tough time now. The challenge of the stand. 2, 1. All right, heel ups. All right. Oh, when they want to heal up from that one. All right. So we're tipped over, and we're pressing that heel up behind us here. All right. So we're going fairly straight at the leg there, not crazy bent. Chest out, butt out, and pressing up. Abs pulled in. Just because you don't have to kneel doesn't mean it's an easy time. That's for sure. Certain things about it make it a tougher time. Pressing the heel up, keep the abs in tight. You're going to notice that the tightness of your quad and hip flexor stop you from raising. But that's how we're going to start to influence flexibility in those two areas. If we develop the core like this, lower back pain and knee pain start to fade more. All right, that's valuable. That's valuable. Those of you guys who are in lower back and knee pain will agree. Here we go, other side. All right, abs in tight, pulling in from the front, practicing that drawing in move, and pressing up behind. All right. Yes. Drive it up. Abs pulled in. Don't let your back arch as you lift up here. All right. Keep things under control. Nice. Fun, fun, fun. 15 seconds. Almost there. All right, now this one, we can do it up in the chair here, the pointer pulse, but I also want to show a version, so if you need to not kneel, do that one, but even if you just don't have a stability ball, you need to do this work. Right here, toes pulled back, you're going up and down on one side here. All right, so small little work and squeezes. This will start to get the lower back feeling toasty too. So it's not so much a reaching high, but you're reaching wide and moving up and down. But the up and down is from not in the elbow and not in the knee. Those are trying to stay straight. It's in the shoulder and the hip. Abs in tight. Again, you can't do this from standing, all right? So if the kneeling is one of the reasons why we're doing this version. All right, other side. Abs in tight. Toes pulled back towards you. Leg is pretty straight, arm is pretty straight. That's so you don't use that elbow and knee too much. We really want to focus on shoulder and hip movement, and that's what's going to challenge the core. The shoulder and hip movement make you want to arch your back, and so you've got to pull your abs in harder to prevent that from happening. Your lower back gets warmer while that's happening. All right. Nice. All right, so we got the reaches, that we could be doing. I'm going to show you the nasty, all right? You do the chair reaches where one hand's up on the chair. Here we go. If you want to play, you could try something. You got to hit the feet a little bit farther apart on there. So you do 10 forward and back here. And 10 forward and back the other side. 10 out to the side. And then 10 out to the side. Pulling in the whole time. If you got time, you go back to the front. I don't have time to do a full set, so I'll do 5 on each. All right. Again, that one's a bit crazy. You don't have to hit that one. All right, but here you go. Options for core B.